a vast landscape full of adventurers. You are now listening to the world of chaotic amateurs.
All right, everybody, welcome to the best D&D podcast, 5e D&D podcast there is. With me, your DM, Alex. Going around to my right, we have...
Dash as Mr. Wolf.
Bentley as Riff.
And Rhett as Zephyrus.
Caleb as Scory Telbrun.
And Milo as Ball.
And last we left these adventurers, we found them in a small tavern after a long, weary day of travel for each of them. They met up, drank, talked with Morgan, the innkeeper, who let them kind of have the run of the bar and the inn for the night as he left to go on some errand. And in the middle of the night, a trio of soldiers from the Kingdom of the North, the Usama Kingdom, happened upon them, and a bit of a brawl took place. Some sort of magic fell over all of the travelers. They tried to defend this bar and what was in it, not knowing why. After a bit of blood being spilt, some minds being rattled a little off their cages, they realized something was afoot. Everything became a little clearer, and only one of these soldiers was left, the wizard tiefling, Zin. We find our adventurers now sobering up from this magical enchantment and trying to figure out what has happened. Damn. And let the adventure begin.
Nailed it.
So you guys are in the tavern. You were just in initiative order, but things have calmed down a little bit. Zin is visibly shaken as he sees his two dead comrades. I believe one of them was almost cut in half.
Sorry about that.
But you all realize that there was some sort of magic affecting you, making you do this, and your memories start kind of flooding back to you that the innkeeper wasn't quite what they seemed. He didn't take a bottle from the bar with him. He took some sort of magic rod and left you guys in charge. What do you guys do?
I felt some magical pull. It made me want to defend this place violently. As you see, these two men I cut in half. I cut them in half.
Yeah, something is not quite right here.
Something's wrong.
I feel like there's some kind of magical presence that we should maybe investigate.
Yes, we should.
I'll go ahead and cast Detect Magic.
Go ahead.
Walk into the middle of the room. I'm going to actually sit down and begin casting it as a ritual.
Okay, so you're going to take 10 minutes.
Kind of hang out in the middle of the room.
To do that. While you're doing this, Zin, the tiefling, kind of looks over everyone and notices what you're doing. You're sitting down to do a ritual, and he cautiously, he's still a little afraid of everyone here, starts pulling out these little pieces of glass. He's got 3 of them. They're all kind of colored a little differently. One's blue, and he looks up, kind of looks at everyone. Another one he looks is orange, and he looks at everyone. He says, no, that's not it. That's not it at all. And another one is this kind of lighter blue, almost aqua, and he looks around, and it looks kind of at each of you through this. He says, yes, this is some sort of powerful enchantment magic was placed on you. You had no idea what you're doing, I'm sure, but is everyone clear? Do you all have any reason to attack me right now? And he kind of is holding, his wand, kind of still a little frightened.
I do feel rather free of the compulsion to murder violently. How about you all?
I feel fine.
Yeah. Same.
I didn't like being.
Do we feel back to normal?
Everyone does feel back to normal
Okay.
at this point.
Right,
Yeah, you've all kind of been
Seems to have
shaken
passed.
from this, but yeah, you still kind of feel that lingering effect. It was almost like being drunk. You feel sober now.
I'd like to think that as the proprietor of this fine inn, the shooting star, right? That, well, I was just defending my property and my liberty, if you will. But yes, there was also magic that led me to kill your friends.
Yes.
I did most of the killing.
That's
Let's
true.
point out I did most of the killing, almost all of it.
But
entirely.
Mr. Wolf works for me.
I don't
and
work for you.
Thus, I did the murdering by proxy.
Sure. Yes.
I serve cord.
Whatever the case may be, I am in a bit of a predicament. My compatriots are dead. I need to get out of here because the Warforged are also tracking this item, and they will be here who knows when.
Where do you want to go?
I need to get back to the kingdom, to Usama. I need to get back to somewhere safe. My supplies are low. This was a mission we didn't think we were going to be partaking in. It was just some information we happened across while out in the field. Now, the Usama Kingdom would like to talk with all of you if you've all had contact with whoever has this item. I would say that you're all under arrest and would come with me, but I don't think that's going to play well. If you'd like to follow me, I can get you safe passage into the kingdom. Otherwise, you do with the night as you wish. And you see him, he's still, kind of eyeing everyone. He just doesn't feel safe here.
And can you maybe answer this for me real quick? Morgan, the actual owner of the inn, took this item.
Yeah, you saw
left
that he
with it.
took a long black rod, like a metal thing. What you initially remember was he took a bottle, like a bottle of wine.
Yeah.
But your memory kind of floods back in, and it was not that. It was this
And
thing that Zin described.
are we assuming that he, fled? Should we wait for him to come back, or is he...
He said that he was going to return in the morning,
Okay.
is what he told you. He had some errand he had to run.
Well, Miss Zin, we are under obligation to remain the rest of the evening here at the Shooting Star Inn, my fine establishment here. You, of course, have already paid for lodgings, 25 gold pieces, if I recall correctly, for you and your kin, which, of course, will buy them a nice burial plot out in the back here. And it buys you a nice, rather plush feather bed. Now, my friends and I have been up drinking most of the night. I can tell that Mr. Telbrun here is rather peaked. Mr. Ball, of course, of Warforged, I don't know about them, but these two over here...
I have to interrupt you. I'm not staying here tonight. I'm leaving. If you all wish to come with, I can get you entrance into the kingdom. Otherwise, this is where we will part ways.
So you need bodyguards.
Kind of. Those were my two my friends. They were the ones that could usually protect me. I was more of the researcher. Yeah.
Well, perhaps, Madam Zin, you could give us a moment to deliberate amongst ourselves. If we were to accompany you tonight, we would have affairs to settle immediately. But I would need to talk with my comrades here privately.
I'll do it.
Well, if you
You
need
have my
time-
nunchucks.
Nunchucks.
And
Oh, whoa. Interesting. It's a weapon or a magical implement. He's now kind of curious.
They
He
got
sees them
knives
and
on the bottom. I stabbed one of
weapon.
your friends in the shoulder. Sorry.
Well, I know what enchantment magic can do, and we've all been under its effects before.
Been 10 minutes yet.
This has been about 5 minutes. And since Zin says, I will be outside, I'll wait around for another 5 or so minutes. If anyone wants to come with me, please, you will be welcome to the kingdom. Otherwise, I will make haste. And so he leaves, he steps out and kind of goes to where the road is, kind of looks north, and is just sitting or standing there, looking through his magical tome.
All right here, team. Now, I know that whatever. Riff already volunteered to go, but I am interested in entertaining all of the options that are before us here. Mr. Telbrun, what do you think is the best course of action?
I'm not so sure I trust this guy, and I'm curious about this enchantment he says we're all under right now.
I don't think we're under it anymore.
Then what did he see when he looked through his stone at us?
That is a good
While
question.
we were still fighting his friends, I think we were under it. He said we're
Do
not
we still
anymore.
see whatever that glow? Or you said that we somehow saw something in the middle of the room that kind of indicated.
Yeah, there was some bit of magic kind of at the center of the room.
Is that still present?
Not at the moment, no.
Okay.
That's pretty much where I'm sitting, is like underneath that area. And I'm kind of sitting on the floor. My legs are crossed. I've got some tinkerer's tools, and I'm working on this small, it kind of looks like a metal vase with like some holes that you can put inside of it. And I've got my tools going on inside there.
Mr. Wolf, I'm sure your capacity for violence does not overshadow your intellect and your ability to
Of course
strategize.
not. No, I'm reasonable. But if that reason leads me to violence, more the better.
Well, what do you consider to be the best
I
option
would
here?
like to stay here and talk to the inn owner. And I would like to know if he enchanted me, because I don't like being enchanted. I hate it. I hate seeing a beautiful lady. It enchants me.
I find myself in the awkward position of being in agreement with Mr. Wolf. Perhaps when Mr. Ball is done meditating or what have you, or recharging, he could give us his input.
Do we know when the guy's coming back? Like, is he coming back like in the morning?
He said
type
in the
thing?
morning.
We
He said in the
don't
morning.
know if he's coming back, but he said
He
he'd be
said
back
he
in
was
the
coming
morning.
back in the morning.
My guess is that he fled
I think so as
this
well.
thing, but I wouldn't mind verifying that.
Mr. What's your name again?
Zephyrus.
You with the soft hands. I say that we stick around. Maybe we can talk to this gentleman outside, see if we can get some sort of
Arrangements.
certificate or something like that saying, when it suits us, we'll pay a visit.
And I respect it's a woman outside.
I don't think he
though.
cares.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think that matters. I think it's more we have to escort him there type of thing. Him or her?
It's a him.
It is a him?
It is a him. Oh, I called
Okay.
him Madam earlier.
It's been a man this whole time.
That was one of the there was a female that was killed.
Okay, well, I am going to now misgender everyone for the rest of the campaign.
I figured, yeah.
If that
I
guy,
thought it was in character.
if that guy
But-
was truly the owner of this inn, then possibly he has an office we could rifle through.
Yeah.
Well,
can-
we should double check with Madam Zinn out there that she is not going to take off, because if
a
we are
guy.
going to accompany
It's a
her,
man.
whatever. If we are going to accompany her, then we had better be sure that she's going to wait while we rifle through Mr. Morgan, a.k.a. my possessions.
Gender them properly.
So I'm gonna go out to what was the name again?
Zinn.
Zin.
Zin?
The tiefling, yeah.
So I'm gonna like yank on his jacket or whatever. Mm-hmm. Like, hey bud. So we don't think maybe the owner is actually the owner of the place, but we are gonna go like loot the office. Could you give us like a 15er? Because I think that our guy's doing a spell thingy, and then we just want to make sure that we should go with you instead of figuring out what the F is going on here.
He kind of looks around the area, sees it's pretty open, sees the inn there. Looks a little nervous, but if he can get somebody
we'll
to
come
to be able
inside.
to-
Hang out with us.
I'd rather stay out here. Yes, 15 minutes. That's fine.
All right.
Yeah, I'll just be working on
Hey
something.
guys, he said he'll give us a 15er. Let's go loot the office.
That sounds great.
And as you kind of like return into the inn, you see Wilhelm, Zeph's assistant, is outside, just kind of watching. He's keeping watch outside the door. And I would say it's been about 5 minutes, so your detect magic ritual has completed.
Cool. So the vase that I had suddenly burst with some light, and now I can see if there's anything magical in here.
Yeah. So the stuff that you carry is magical, illuminates. There is also a bit of magic coming from that spot you saw earlier.
Still there.
Yeah, there's some sort of magic there. You can spend an action, and you determine that is divination magic.
Okay.
There's also a faint glow.
Divination. So that's like holy stuff.
No, that's like scrying or
like
sending.
seeing the future.
Yeah.
Like tea leaves.
You also there's a
bones.
light aura just from the entire inn. You don't catch it at first because it's everywhere, but the entire inn exudes some sort of magic, and it looks like it's transmutation.
Oh,
So like,
because it's not an inn.
It's not an inn. We're in hell.
I'll go ahead and
Just a barn.
tell
Just
everybody. So I'm checking to see if there's any more magic in here. Perhaps we'll check the office with my item. It lasts for 10 minutes.
Mr. Ball, that is an excellent idea. Let us go into the office so I can double check my accounts payable and make sure I settle my affairs before abandoning the ownership of the Shooting Star Inn.
Yeah,
I-
I'm gonna go into the office area,
I
wherever
do-
that would be.
I do have a feeling that something's not quite right in here. Perhaps there's some kind of magic affecting the way this entire bar looks. And there might be a switch or something we can turn.
I have seen some weird things in my
You
day.
don't think that this is actually an inn?
I have suspicions.
Maybe it's a dungeon filled with things I could kill. That would be glorious news.
So yeah, I'll head
My God.
kind of back behind the bar in that area.
Okay. Here, give me 1 sec. I gotta find my notes on the bar.
Yeah, we did sort of just assume that there was an office area,
Yeah.
but
Well, there's stairs that go down, right? Or up.
There's stairs that go down to a cellar. That's where I grabbed some of the drinks earlier.
And behind the bar, I want to look back there too. See if
And yeah,
there's
behind the
anything magical.
Behind the bar, you that's right here on the same level. You find drinks, you find bottles of alcohol. Beyond that, nothing magical other than the ever-present transmutation magic. You see, there is stairs that go upstairs. That is where the rooms are, and then there is a door behind the bar that leads downstairs,
Yeah, that's where he came from, right?
and that's where it came from.
Yeah, I'll go open that door up.
All right. You open the door up.
I'll follow him.
It leads downstairs. It's a small room. It's dark. You're going down first, Ball.
Yeah,
Give me a perception check.
I'll
Do you
be
have dark
third.
vision?
I do not have my goggles on now.
Okay. So then disadvantage because it's dark down here unless you produce a light.
Yeah, I can pop light with my magical tinkering. We'll just put it on something I possess.
your eyeballs. They turn into big flashlights.
Sure. Yeah.
I just make my whole face illuminate and push out, just kind of.
Well, that
All
looks
right.
cool.
So yeah, just a straight
The Iron
perception
Giant.
check.
Yeah, that's cool.
18.
18. Looking down with your face illuminating the whole place, it's a much smaller room than above. It's just like a small little root cellar. There are lots of barrels here that hold, booze, wine, ale, what you would expect. It's dusty down here. Other than that, there's not a lot. It's not furnished. There's nothing hanging on the wall. You do hear a slight kind of just movement, like something moving on wood,
Like scraping or like water.
That was
or-
my
like scraping, some sort of scraping sound.
Can I kind of detect where that's coming from more specifically in the room? Is it
You can take some
Ground
time, make an
above.
investigation check to try and look in the room.
and anything from the detect magic?
From down here, nothing, huh? Other than the same kind of what you detected from above.
15.
15? Give me 1 sec.
And you're down there with him too, Riff?
Mr. Wolf.
Yep.
Yeah.
I went third.
And Wolf?
I'm second.
Okay.
I'm standing between your legs, underneath you.
That's cute.
Are you down there too, Zephyr?
No, I did not follow them. It's too dusty down there.
Don't want to get that magic coat all dirty.
Yeah.
Is that the type of jacket you're actually wearing?
Yeah, except in my mind it's red.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, while you're searching and moving kind of the barrels around, you move one, and then you hear footsteps kind of run past behind some barrels. It looks like it's in the corner.
I'll flashlight at it and see if I can get a better look.
Okay, you kind of look over towards it, and this light illuminates a face that quickly drops down.
Oh, wait, stop! And I'll go over to it.
All right,
Is that loud enough for me to hear upstairs?
What's your passive perception?
12.
12? Oh. No, it's downstairs. It's pretty well insulated from sound.
But I heard him because I'm.
But yeah, whoever's down there, you see the face as well. You go over to the barrel and look behind, and cowering kind of in the corner is this kobold. This small little kind of dragon-like creature that's just looking up at you. She's kind of shaking. Just.
Oh, hey there, little fella. Nope, we're not going to hurt you here. Calm down.
Don't be scared.
I like gators.
We want to be friends.
What do you want?
Well, we've experienced a little bit of magical happenings. Where are you from? Do you live down here?
Yes.
Do you know the owner?
I know of him. He doesn't know I'm here.
What does the owner look like?
Oh, he's a tall man. He's got long hair. I don't get a good look at him most of the time. He's very peculiar.
Does that kind of fit the description of?
Yeah,
okay.
It's Probe 2.0.
What are you doing down here?
We're going to forget this guy.
Oh, I stumbled in here a long time ago.
Oh, a long time ago. How long?
Like 2 years.
You've been in here for 2 years.
Well, I mean, yes.
Are you a prisoner?
No, it is much better than the place I've been. I was raised in a small little pit. All the other little kobolds would torture me, and I finally escaped, and I found this inn.
Now you're like in like a bigger pit.
Yeah, but it has booze.
Yeah. I don't drink.
Better.
I'm 12.
Oh, I'm 7, but I drink.
Maybe we age differently.
Maybe. And he kind of
Maybe you're an alcoholic.
kind of looks at you and is trying to. It's like, how tall are you? I can't tell.
Well, why don't you come out of there and you can come upstairs and we'll have a little conversation, okay?
Is the owner going to be back soon?
He said he would be gone for the night.
Okay.
Does he leave often?
Yes, he doesn't stay here very much.
When you say that he's peculiar, what do you mean exactly?
He can make all kinds of things happen. You know, this place doesn't always stay here.
Really?
Sometimes it goes other places.
It moves.
That's cool.
This place has been on a mountain once.
That's awesome. And so, like, if you're inside of it, you just travel with it?
Yeah.
Well, you're in the basement?
Yeah, the whole place goes.
Wow.
Sometimes I'll be in a room. They've got big, giant, comfy beds up there.
Well, I want you to come upstairs and meet my friends. I think...
And the new owner.
I think they might have some questions for you.
Give
as
me
well.
a persuasion check.
$11.
11? He's persuaded. He's an easily persuaded kobold. He's like, oh, okay, yeah. It'd be nice to converse with someone. It's only the rats I get to talk to down here.
Oh, that's
and so
cool.
he kind of climbs up out of behind the barrels, and it's like, okay.
I'll try to pick him up.
He doesn't like it, but you're bigger than him, so he accepts it.
And I'll carry him up the stairs.
Oh, okay, yes.
And I'll go up with them too.
All right, so you guys make your way upstairs.
Oi, guys! I found something.
What
Would you like
is that?
to meet this little fellow? I don't know if I got your name.
Oh, yes, I am a name. I'm Strix. Yes.
Strix. He's
Strix.
ours now.
First, He just gives you a look.
My friend,
Oh,
Yes.
He lives down in the basement. Apparently, this place can move around places.
Now he lives
it
with
can
us.
move around places.
yeah, it's
and
been on a mountaintop.
it has been.
That doesn't make any sense.
It's moved.
Now, Mr. Strix, a descendant of a mighty dragon such as yourself, hopefully can offer us a better explanation of why and how it moves.
Well, the owner, he does something. I'm not sure what, and he takes it to where he wants to go.
Well-
he seems to have business all over the place.
Mr. Strix, I have acquired the Shooting Star Inn from Mr. Morgan. It is now mine.
You got. This thing's going to disappear on you.
Oh, so you're going to move it?
Now, Strix, I'm hoping that with your help, you can teach me the mechanism for how this inn moves, and then we can make it move wherever you'd like us to. You can choose the first place.
We could move it back into that pit you came from.
Oh I hate that pit.
The irony.
If you can move it, that'd be great. We could go to the ocean. I've
Slow
heard
down
about the
there,
ocean.
Mr. Strix. Mr. Strix, I am positive that while you are skulking around here in the darkness, that you must have seen something that can help me and my friends find out how to move this inn.
Oh, oh yes. He does kind of like a hand movement, and then he says some words. They're very long, and then
Like Onomatopoeia?
oh my God, yes, that's a long one. So move your hands and say some long words. It might work.
So since I've still got the detect magic up, I want to go check the upstairs area.
Okay.
And see if I find anything specific besides the general vibe of the building.
So you go upstairs, and you spend the remainder of the detect magic spell looking through the rooms, trying to find anything else magical, and you don't find anything else. Okay. Just the ever present magical vibe this place is giving off.
Didn't want to waste it.
Did you find a steering wheel of some sort up there, Mr. Ball?
No, I didn't find much. Just looks like some rooms. This whole place, like I said, is magical. That must be part of the moving.
Anybody know any magical words or hand movements that you can make to make a whole building move on its own?
I know nothing magical.
Nothing to that extent. I mean, we could.
Yeah, I don't know that kind of
I mean,
stuff.
if you tried to put some legs on it, you built the right mechanical gears and used it with the right magics. Maybe.
What's the magical substance that like power stuff?
Aura.
For aura-powered things.
Yeah. Right.
That's the steampunk stuff whenever you see, yeah.
Well, I wonder then if Mr. Morgan has created some sort of aura contraption. Would your detect magic have found some aura around here?
Nothing about this place, you don't see any sort of gear work, any clockwork mechanisms. There's no aura around. It doesn't look aura-like. And if it is, it would be well hidden.
It ain't a Hal's Moving Castle then. All right.
I'm going to grab a couple of drinks from behind the bar and give one to Strix. And I'll head out the front door to talk to Zin.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to collect my belongings. If I put them down, I don't remember what. And I'm going to go out front to meet Willem and Zin.
All right. Anybody else doing anything?
Yeah, I'll put my bag on, and I'll go out front too because I always feel like I need to be in the mix.
Gotcha. So yeah, you head outside and you see Zin out there, kind of tapping his foot. He catches your eye. It's like, so are we off? Are we headed out? What's going on?
Well, you said you needed to go back to Usama, right?
Yes, that's where I'm headed.
I don't really have much business there. I'm heading to Trowlin.
Charlie, that's the island we're on.
Oh, that's where we're at. So you know about these warforged that are after you, right?
Oh, yes, yeah, we've been fighting them for the past year. Well, I mean, the kingdom's been fighting them much longer than that, but the current war, yes, we have been fighting them.
Have you ran into any of them recently?
No, we try and stay clear of them. My group was only the three of us. We're not much for a battalion of warforged.
How dangerous are they?
In small numbers, not very dangerous. The problem with them is as far as we can tell, they have no limit to their number. They can overrun you given enough time.
Do they seem to be just mindless and just evil, attacking people?
They're tools of the mages. They are their soldiers. The mages we rarely ever see. It's these warforged that actually do their fighting.
Do they have a mind of their own? Do they?
No, not quite like you.
personalities?
We have some warforged in Usama. They are fully realized people. The ones we fight, though, don't appear to be that way. There's usually a leader among them that seems to have all of the intelligence. The rest of them just follow orders.
Oh.
Dope.
It's quite important to me to get a hold of some of these. I'm a bit of a researcher from Stonegrad. I work for the college, and they've sent me here to get more information about the odd happenings with these Warforged.
Well,
If
you're in
you
the
could-
right place to find them if you want to find some, but
And
it
I was
might be dangerous.
Hoping maybe if you had the knowledge that I need, and could maybe take me to where these Warforged meet, I would be very appreciative.
Oh, I'm not going to go anywhere near where the Warforged meet. It's a death sentence if I went alone. Even with you lot, a few dozen of them could take us out. If you'd like, in the kingdom, I'm sure they have recovered fallen Warforged. If you'd like to study those, or even captured ones.
Mr. Ball, now, if I may interject, I, of course, was on my way to the Kingdom of Usama to take possession of my family's estate there. Now, I'm sure if you'd like to accompany me, I could use a man of your stature and abilities to escort me to the Kingdom of Usama, and there, perhaps we can tap into my family's resources to get you the things that you need to continue on with your investigation.
That would be much appreciated. So, Usama it is.
So we're going with the guy?
Yeah,
Sounds like it.
I'd like to quickly chat with Willem, if I may.
He's just standing in front of the door there.
And I speak Dwarvish, and
Okay.
I'd like to speak with him in Dwarvish
Yeah.
to keep the conversation private. And I basically just want to say, like, now, Willem, it seems as though we have found our ticket to back on the road to Usama here. Now, I want you to be diligent of our traveling companions, specifically of that woman Zin up there. And I want you to be cognizant if we are being followed. I am not convinced that we have seen the last of Mr. Morgan. And I trust your instincts. Now do your best. And onward to Usama we go.
He responds in dwarf. He's like, yes, of course. I'll keep my eye on her. Or the tiefling, yes?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes. We'll do. And if we keep our eyes peeled for Morgan, that will be beneficial. Hopefully, don't cross paths with him again.
That fucking dwarven language, like that heavy language with that fucking accent.
I know. I like to think that he can probably barely understand me every time I speak Dwarvish.
Like southern dwarvish.
You speak really loud, like somebody that doesn't know English, and you
Yeah.
think speaking loud.
Yeah, and I'm using like really slow. I'm not conjugating
Yeah.
right.
Scory.
Getting right in
Yes.
You receive a message from your owl that's been kind of perched up just south, about 100 feet.
I forgot about the owl.
He says the light that was just to the south is moving closer.
Friends, I guess I'm calling you now. I don't even remember what it was.
It was good
wasn't-
though. Whatever it was.
It was Cajun. Yo now, guys.
It would seem that that force. Let's see. Did we get any sense of what it was?
It was just
before?
light in the fog.
That's all it was.
Yeah, that's all you saw.
Okay.
You saw that it was moving close, and the owl was keeping an eye on it.
Yeah.
And it seems like it's moving closer again.
Okay, it would seem that there is something approaching nearby. Either we need to prepare ourselves, or we should get going.
I am not inclined to practice more violence tonight, so if the rest of you are inclined, we should move onward to the dark.
I'm inclined to
So I'll hop
participate
back
more
inside,
violence.
grab my gear,
Any chance I get.
holler to Chain, and say to Skrinks.
Strix.
So if it seems like there might be some people coming, we're going to get out of here. If you want to come with us, you're more than welcome to. Otherwise, have a good night.
So I turn to Skrillex and I say,
I talk to Skittles and I say,
him a ring.
we do invite him though. I'm inclined to invite him as well. So
Zin,
Strix kind of like while he's in there finishing off his beer, looks at you and says, "Oh, I'm fine here. It's kind of my home."
okay.
now,
well,
Strix, perhaps I can offer you a new home. You see, I too have a large building with a basement that you might find awfully comfortable. Now, it does not move. It does not appear in the mountains to the best of my recollection.
I'm really hoping to get to the ocean with when this travels again.
I could put you in the ocean.
Oh, well, I don't want to be in the ocean. That seems too big. Just look at it.
Well, then never mind.
Oh,
Now, Mr. Strix, I promise you this. If you travel with us, I guarantee you will see the ocean again. You will see the mountains, my son, and I promise you will breathe the free air and be beholden and fearful of no one, especially Mr. Moore.
But also, if you don't want to go, you don't have to.
So we're on an island, right? So we're going to have to hitch a boat to get to Usama?
Usama is on the island.
Is on this island.
Yeah,
correct.
At
Give me
the
a persuasion
worst.
check.
But at the worst, we will bury you on the beach.
Oh, kind of sounds fun.
Right.
come on. It's like a 7.
7. I think I'm fine here.
Strix, you belong to us now. You do not have a choice in this. We are bigger. You are a child. You will come with us. I will strap you to my chest in a baby Bjorn. I will make from fabric I find from the beds upstairs.
From the
Give
murdered
me an
victims.
intimidation check.
I
And
like
you can
this.
use your strength modifier if you'd like to, as opposed to charisma.
okay.
Can I assist?
Are you trying to intimidate as well?
I would also like to intimidate.
All right.
This is how my kingdom's
So listen here, little guy. Mr. Wolf will take care of you, and I'll take care of you, and you're going to be much better off with us than you are with the people outside.
Wait, which people outside?
I'm just telling him.
Just
the people outside.
general
Yeah.
people outside. Gotcha.
General-
Okay.
And I
so
want to use my history thing, which I actually don't pass.
I'm going to roll my intimidation.
So you roll it with advantage because Ball is helping.
Oh, okay.
The two imposing figures of the group.
15.
15?
nice.
You'll protect me though, yeah?
Yes, of course, I will try. But if you die in battle, it'll be a glorious death. I will bury you on the beach. And you will die in service for the good of the kingdom.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that sounds fine. I don't think this place is moving anytime soon anyways.
And dying for something is better than living for nothing.
wow.
Nice.
It moves with the rod.
You see that hits him. That hits him.
Oh,
He's like,
Yes.
I never even thought about
I
that.
know, right?
Okay.
That was good.
I've never said
Die
that till
for
just now.
something.
All right, well,
Live for
grab those bottles and let's head out.
Oh, yes.
Scory
yes,
wants
the-
to ask Zin
some-
something though.
What's that, Scoo?
Zin,
Oh, yes.
what do you know of this light that's approaching?
He wasn't even paying attention to the south and kind of looks over and he says, "Oh, that could be a problem. That may be the Warforged if they are here this quickly. That's not good. Yes, we should go. We should go.
Yes, we should beat feet and skedaddle.
Let's roll.
All right, cool. So I'm going to, I'm going to pick up Strix. Skrillex. Strix.
I gotta make him a bard now."
Yes.
All right, you guys start making your way north, following Zin
Yes. To
All
the
right.
kingdom of Usama.
to the kingdom of Usama. You start heading to the north? Are you doing it stealthily? Are you doing it quickly? Are
I
you
think we're
staying on the main path?
I would probably take his lead. So, like, if that guy's
Same.
and honestly, I would ask him. I'm like, so what's our role here? Do you want us to like surround you, or do you need like people to like scout it? I'm real stealthy. I can scout ahead a little bit or something. Or like, what do you want us to do here, bud?
Yeah, I wouldn't want to put a child in danger, but if you are stealthy,
I'm pretty awesome.
I mean, she is okay.
yes.
As a
I stab you in the
former soldier of the kingdom who has just fought in these wars, would I know paths that would get us quicker back to the kingdom?
You
Troop routes that others might not know of?
this area you don't know as well. The main road is your best guess.
Okay.
You could try and go into the forest and perhaps find a way to not Usama but Timber Ridge. It's kind of the closest city to where you are.
You guys want to stick to the main road?
I am inclined to stick to the main road now. Perhaps you not have seen the clothes that I am wearing. They are not for forested travel.
But Zin says, if you'd like to scout ahead, that may be beneficial. But please, I don't want to put your life in danger. It's better
I'll
to
scout
stay
ahead.
in numbers.
Send the boy.
Who?
The boy.
Oh,
You
me. Yeah.
Little boy.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, if you'd like to scout ahead, everyone else will
thought you meant
kind of
like the
travel
kobold. I was like, that's me.
at a normal pace.
You're with us now. Scout.
Give me a stealth check and then a perception check.
He's going ahead. I want to send my owl back up just to kind of watch our six.
Okay.
To see if
so
that
it stays just about like 100 feet behind you as you're walking.
Yeah.
Dude, now
Kind
we
of does big, long kind of circles looking back behind and gives you updates. And it looks like,
Perfect.
it's kind of moving. That light
Okay.
is moving.
And if possible, if we're not too far out of range, when that light approaches where the inn should be, I want to know if there's anything funky going on.
Gotcha. Yeah, absolutely.
Like if they actually pay attention to that building, if they care about that building, or if they just keep marching on.
Okay.
Non-natural 20 stealth and 15 perception.
Okay. So you get up probably like you were running up. You're being quicker than the group. You get about 100 feet out along the road. You're staying just off the road. And you kind of hunker down near some bushes. You look around, and in the tree line, you see every few feet, every like 15, 20 feet, there's just something there in shadow. Some sort of figure about 5 feet tall.
So as I'm moving, it's always like that much ahead of me type of thing?
You get this about 100 feet in front of the party.
Right.
And then in the tree line is where
Okay.
you're seeing this. So in the tree line, probably closest to you is about 30 feet away.
Okay.
And you kind of follow it. And every
Like
so
a
often
predator
there's...
deal.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's just something in the forest that shouldn't be there. It's not a bush. It's not a tree. But it's dark. It's hard to see.
Yeah. Ooh, stealthy.
Nothing's moving. And the
Stealth
fog
respects
is
stealth.
still pretty heavy around the area, limiting your vision.
Okay. Would I, just from the movement, would I feel as though it's stalking me, or do I feel threatened?
No, that's it doesn't look like any sort of movement. So it doesn't look like something's following you. But kind of as you look along the tree line, there's at least a dozen of these figures as you look. And you keep looking, and the fog kind of obscures it.
Okay.
You look the other way, and there's maybe a dozen more just sitting in the tree line as well. You look
And they
back,
look like
and you can
humanoid-ish?
barely see. They're about 5 feet tall.
And
Potentially humanoid.
and they're
You
not
really
moving.
can't see their features,
and they're not moving?
and they're not moving.
Okay. I'll go back to my group. Because that's interesting. Can I go back to the group?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you head back.
So and I'm
Everyone's
gonna
moved probably about 50 feet away from the inn, kind of maintaining a slower pace.
So I'll go back and I'll tell them, I'm like, all that, relay all that to them. My thoughts, they're not moving. I'm wondering if it's some sort of, I wonder if they're statues or if they're like, or maybe they're the Warforged and they're just not moving. They're waiting for someone to walk through in there, and then when they walk through, they come alive and they kill us.
Yikes.
Well, that seems like an awfully elaborate plan to kill us for no reason.
Well, I mean, maybe it's not just us. Maybe it's everybody. I don't know.
I mean, what have we done to deserve untimely death in the darkness of these woods?
Does Zin have any idea?
Zin hears this and is looking very nervous.
Uh-oh.
He's kind of looking at you and it's like, okay.
Zin, did you lure us into a trap when we could have stayed in our feathered beds?
Lure you into a trap? That's what you all did to us. No, this is not a trap. This is the war, and it has found us, and I don't know if I can protect you, but I hope you all can protect me.
If war is at our feet, then I welcome it, like an old friend.
I feel like it's probably better to go down the road than meet whatever's that light heading our direction. So I say we go that way.
I mean, when has a light ever been a bad thing?
If it's the lantern of a war, an opposing faction.
Or the light our enemies see.
If it's a whole battalion of evil people, then
Or perhaps
that's a bad light.
Perhaps it's a chorus of angels come down to sing us to sleep.
Oh, don't be stupid.
I feel like someone's probably following this guy, and we should get moving.
Down the road past the tombstones of darkness that line the road? That seems just as...
Well, they are not moving, so perhaps they're inactive.
As you guys are talking, Scory, your owl, pipes up a little bit and says, the light's broken the forest. There's people. They're approaching the inn. And keeps circling around.
Okay, I relay that. So are you suggesting, Zephyr, that we go back the way we came?
Now,
Towards the light?
I do not know what I am suggesting. I am suggesting that we get to the kingdom of Usama no matter the cost. However, I am not inclined to walk into a trap of which we are fully aware.
So you'd rather go back and spend the night
Zin,
those people?
might I ask you, where is this kingdom? Is it anywhere near the Crafters clan? Have you heard of Crafters clan?
The Crafters clan is to the east. We know that they help the mages to some degree. It's on the way. It's northeast. The kingdom of Usama's to the north, but it's a long ways from here.
And when you say they help the mages, do you mean the mages that control the Warforged?
Yes. Sorry. Yes, the southern mages.
Well,
But they're northeast? No. So I say we keep marching on. I
agree.
I'm not scared.
Let's go for it.
Yeah, inaction is not the best type of action, so we should move.
I agree. We should confront our enemies head on.
Now, let's go ahead then, and I'm trusting Mr. Ball and Mr. Wolf to visit imminent violence upon those who would ambush us in the darkness.
I have an idea. I don't care too much for this Zin person.
So we kill them.
No, we don't.
You say the word.
I suggest. I suggest we allow him to move forward, and we stay back and see if.
I don't think he's going to do that.
Well, he doesn't really have a choice.
Well, you guys have kind of been talking that he has kind of left the little circle that you have. Hears that maybe he might die, and he's making a dash to the north. He's running.
Okay.
He's running along
Well,
the path.
it looks like.
Looks like he heard your plan.
Yeah,
Looks like
he's on board. This is
about 30
great.
feet in front of you before you
this is
guys
great.
can
It
So-
seems like
run after
he
him if you'd like.
I want to track him. I
Yeah,
definitely
let's-
want to track him, but
Yes, we will run after him.
but
I wanna
far
catch
enough
up to
back.
him.
He has unwittingly become our bait.
Yes, precisely. So, as we all
My
agree,
plan worked.
as we all agree, I slide on my mask and I pull my machete out.
Mr. Telbrun is an expert tactician, I have found.
All right, so you guys begin chasing after Zin. He kind of looks behind, sees that you're coming after him, and you just see kind of just sweat coming down. He is scared. He is running. You see him kind of with a flick of his wand, he disappears and appears 60 feet ahead. He seems to have teleported himself right where about the tree line meets the road.
Now, Mr. Zin, I am not suggesting that we kill you. That seems completely outrageous, considering that you are our ticket into Usama.
As you're running, you yell this out.
Are
to
you
him.
yelling
Yes.
this?
Yeah, okay. He keeps running. He gets to the tree line, and you see kind of from the left and the right of the tree line 2 red glows, then
Oh, shit. It seems
Better
our
him
plan
than
worked
us.
well. Oh, no.
one kind of red ball of fire blows right past him, and the other one catches him right in the side.
Oh, booby traps, I bet.
Ooh, booby traps.
And he falls onto the ground in a hump as kind of an explosion happens. And you see where these 2 red things originated are 2 of these, 5-foot humanoid-looking things in the tree line that Riff had seen earlier. With that light, you all see that they are some sort of figure, and they are 2 warforged that are in the tree line.
And Riff, you said there was like a dozen of them?
Yeah, that's what I saw, right? Like,
Yeah, there was a dozen of them kind of going off to the right, and then you kind of look off to the left, and about a dozen more.
Yeah.
And that was before the fog cuts off your vision.
Crap.
yeah.
Well,
I say all that.
Ball, didn't you want to meet a Warforged or something?
I feel like this is a bit too many, and I'm going to head the other direction.
Yeah, I am thinking that perhaps we're in over our heads. Now, are we going to just leave Zin there? That does
Yeah,
not-
does he look dead?
He's not moving.
Now, perhaps if he is as good of an actor as I saw last night, he could play dead and they just ignore him and we come back for him in the daylight.
Who's to say that those things are still going to be there in the daylight? Who's to say we're going to be around here in the daylight? Who's to say they're not going to activate and kill us all?
Yeah, it does sort of feel rather hopeless now, doesn't it? Now, when you
Yeah,
say that, perhaps we should all just smoke and drink the night away.
Yeah, Zephyr, you seem like a good talker. You should come with me, and we're going to go back to the bar, and you're going to talk to those people that just got there, and hopefully we can set an ambush up
All
if
right.
these Warforged decide to come after us.
That does seem like an eminently better plan than
I don't
fighting
know.
mindless automatons in the darkness.
I don't know how we would ambush 24, if not more, Warforged.
He means
Well-
back at the lights coming towards
Yeah.
the tavern.
Yeah,
Oh.
back at the tavern.
There's people there now.
So we need to talk to them.
I don't like running from a fight, but if
There's a
that's
lot
what
of
we've
them,
agreed upon, then
Mr.
I will
Wolf.
do that.
I do
is
not.
how good or
How good?
how likely is it that I could? Well, not likely because I'm 210, but like, if we go there where the guy fell, we'll probably like. I would logically think that we would probably get shot too. So it's not like we can like drag him out type of thing.
You're not sure. Yeah.
Okay.
And
Going off the information I have, that's. I mean, I'll just say that I was like,
it's dark. It's foggy.
I would like to get him, but he also ran right into a trap. And
To be fair, I already have his money, and I clink his coin purse that he gave me for the rooms last night, a couple hours ago.
it's not your hotel.
Everything beneath my feet is mine, Mrs. Riff.
Let's go.
All right, let's head back to. I agree. The tavern seems to be our best
All
bet.
right, we're gonna head
All
back
right.
to the inn, I guess.
All right.
Perhaps we should not have left.
So you guys start heading back towards the inn. You see that light that was there approaching in the fog. You can't make out much. The owl can make out that it is more warforged. But we will go ahead and pick this up next time.
God dang it!
So we went in the bar, we went out of the bar, we came back to the bar.
Exactly.
Always moving forward.
That
Real
was the
roundabout
unbriefing
traveling.
right there. I don't think we need to.
Into the bar, went out of the bar.
Well, thank you everybody for joining us around our proverbial podcast table. Tonight we have to my right.
Dash as
Thrakus.
Bentley as Riff.
Rhett as Zephyrus.
Caleb Ascori.
Milo is Mr. Bowl.
And myself as the DM. Go ahead and grab your swords and keep on adventuring, guys.
Follow us across all platforms with Chaotic Amateurs. Please subscribe, rate, and review our show on your podcast app of choice to help us climb the charts and find new adventurers. Or become a patron on Patreon to help our heroes continue their quest. Thank you for listening to Chaotic Amateurs.